That just hurts.
That's heartbreaking. I think we were sold the image of like the pink princess when it first came out.
I've never snuck a plant. Hello friends, today I am here with the lovely Claire, aka the Jungle Haven, and today we're going to be reacting to your submitted houseplant horror stories, deep dark secrets, regrets, all of those fun things, and we're just gonna be having a little bit of a giggle. So grab yourself a hot drink and we can just have a little silly giggle together. Before we do though, I want to say if you're new here and you don't know me already, hi, my name is Ella and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos and subscribe to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate you returning. Now let's get into it. You ready to be silly?
I'm ready.
All right, so do you want to go first? You have yours up already. I need to find mine.
Okay, so the first one is a confession.
Ooh.
And this person said, I had to sneak my first ever plant from Paris to England because I got it on holiday.
Naughty.
That's a risk to take with your first ever plant.
And illegal. I kind of want to know what it was now.
Well, I was going to say the plant
and how
was
you
clearly
smuggled
worth
it. Because I get ideas. I really want to go to Europe and like go to like the Netherlands and buy plants and stuff because that's where like a lot of European plants are grown. But you can't bring them home.
Well, not without a phytosanitary...
And like, I'm not going to be bothered to get that for myself. I'm not...
I must say, I have also snuck plants over the border before, but I didn't actually know at the time that it was illegal.
Oh.
I had no idea. I thought it probably was frowned upon, but I decided not to look into that before doing it, just in case.
Yeah, unfortunately I looked into it and then I was like, I guess I can't. But like, yeah, so when I was in Poland last week, there was a Thai constellation at the supermarket for £8. What? 8? I would have loved to buy that.
However, I don't know if you've seen the price on them recently, but
they're going down.
Like, I saw one in one of our local garden centres for like £15.
Yeah, but £15 or 8?
Yeah, no, I mean £8 is the
ridiculous. So like, I really wanted to like buy one and see if I could figure out how I could possibly smuggle it back. Obviously, I didn't because I am a law-abiding citizen. But I could have. Yeah, I thought about it.
I mean, obviously,
it's so tempting.
I do understand why you can't, but it's a shame.
It's a shame, and I'm proud of you for getting your first plant in that way.
Congrats.
I hope it was worth it.
And let us know what the plant was.
Don't incriminate yourself. Ooh, this is a fun one. I buy my partner plants that I like.
Oh, great. That's a great way of getting new plants.
Yeah, it's a good excuse because then they're not yours, but you get to enjoy them.
And if your partner likes plants, then also it's like you're doing a really nice thing for them.
Yeah, and yourself.
Yeah, that you just get to enjoy as well.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Have you ever bought, because I know Ross likes his pink plants, have you ever bought plants that you like that he would also like? Because Joe doesn't like them at all, whereas I feel like Ross kind of has.
I must admit, I think Ross's love for, although he does love pink things, I think the phase of like being into I don't know, he's got like one plant now.
Yeah.
Which he does care for, but it's only got one leaf, and I think he cares for it like at points where he's like, this is gonna die if I don't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't done that.
Fair. I mean, I feel like it was a phase.
It was
a phase.
It was. I mean, I think like they are just a lot of work to look after, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have brought plants, oh God, so many times. I've brought so many plants into the house without him knowing. Because sometimes if we're getting a bit full and he'll be like, okay, probably no more. And I'm like, no, you are right. I'll wait for a day when he's at work. And I'm like, I know that there's an order coming today. And then he'll never know.
Well, you just kind of like tuck them in with your other ones.
Yeah,
and it's like, not like he knows every single plant you got.
Exactly. And occasionally it might just happen to find its way to the living room. He doesn't notice.
And he'll be like, oh, this is new. And you'll be like, no, I've had it for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily.
We all do that, right?
I've never snuck a plant.
Really?
Yeah, I've had no need to. Joe's really good about it.
I mean, to be fair,
Given.
He wouldn't be mad about it, but he would probably be like, Claire, we have no space.
Yeah, so given you've always had more plants in terms of numbers and size than I have, and it's never gotten to the point in my flat where it's gotten so bad that like we couldn't fit like things.
I think you're quite practical with your like styling of plants as well. I feel like all of yours, like I
They all have a place.
Yeah, mine are often a bit like, whoop, in your face.
It's a different vibe, and that's okay. But yeah, it's never gotten to the point where I've had to sneak something in. But also, I just get too paranoid about not being able to take care of them before it gets to the point that, it would get like overflow. I get so overwhelmed so easily. I just never needed to.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The day may come.
One day. Bought an alocasia venom for £350. Within the next week, it was in a shop for 65, and it was in Facebook groups for 40 or 50.
No. Oh, God.
That just hurts.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I think the thing, alocasia particularly, like I actually spoke about this in one of my videos the other day. Someone was asking about why the price on variegated alocasias has like significantly dropped, and now something that was like £1,000 last year was now like 100. Like, because they put out corms so much, you'll get a few people that invest in the plant at the time where it's like super, super popular and expensive. And then they will get all the corms and they'll be able to sell them off cheaper in order to kind of get their money back.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you love it.
And also with tissue culture, because you can also TC alocasias.
Yeah.
And so like with that and the corms, it's kind of like double. Whereas I feel like with propagating, like if you're going to do something with an anthurium or a monstera, they don't propagate in the same way. It's harder, and so the price will stay higher for longer, whereas with alocasias they just like once they drop because like the supply is just
but like people are just tissue culturing at home now.
It sounds like a fun process. One day, if I had the space and time and patience, I'd like to try it.
Everything like super sterile and...
I'm not a super sterile person.
No, neither am I.
I am a bit too messy for that.
Very cool. And it does mean that accessibility is getting better with a lot of plants.
Yes.
It's a good thing. However, yeah, I can appreciate that is heartbreaking. If you've just, oh God.
Like, because that's not a small amount of money to spend on a plant.
No.
Like, £350.
It's a lot of money. I don't know. But
I really hope it was a big one.
I hope so too. And I hope it's still alive.
Yes. I mean, but if it's not, you can get it another one for not very much.
Woohoo. Oh, this is just kind of gutting.
Oh.
I had a clip-on grow light fall off a shelf and 90% decapitate a Madagascar palm.
Oh.
That's really sad.
That hurts.
Yeah. I mean, it's like actually the clip-on grow lights typically are quite reliable, but it's one of the reasons why I don't stick grow lights anymore, because back in the day I used to stick all of my grow lights, and unless you do it with like magnets or cable ties or something really secure, there were times where I'd come home and the stickiness, they would have been fine for like 6 months, but the stickiness would have just failed and plants would have been crushed underneath them.
Yeah.
So it's so sad.
Yeah, and like beheading a plant as well.
Yeah, I know. And then probably just cooking it under the grow light.
Oh my goodness, Joe raised his desk the other day and we've recently rearranged and now it's got plants on it and there's grow lights above. He raised his desk and then the grow lights turned on and they were like sitting on top of the leaves. And I came in and I was just like, there's just like massive brown spots on a couple of my alocasias. And I'm just like, Joe!
Oh,
it wasn't his fault. We don't blame Joe.
Yeah, we do.
No, like it's fine. It's a new setup, so like we're working out the kinks still, but it was just a little bit heartbreaking to like see the leaf literally like touching the grow light, and I'm just like, oh that's gonna be ugly for a minute.
Sad. I've had things on furl as well before, and like the plant will be like a perfect distance from a grow light, but then it will like put out a beautiful new leaf and you'll be like, a new leaf. And then you'll go to look at it and it's just completely cooked. And you're like, no.
Yeah. It hurts. It hurts. So I think I have quite several messages similar to this. So bought a variegated Pappy anthurium for $600 and it died within 2 weeks.
No.
I think, okay, maybe this is a controversial opinion. I think that if something that you bought dies within not very much time, not including tissue cultures, like if you're buying a full plant, if it dies within 2 weeks, that's probably not your fault.
Usually, I mean, I guess the thing is...
Not always, don't take this as gospel, but...
I mean, I feel like if I had spent that much money on a plant, the second I saw it start to go downhill, I'd probably contact the plant shop to just be like, something's happening. I don't know, just to kind of safeguard yourself, because they might be like, oh, I don't know, well, they might be able to, oh, God, that's gutting.
There's more.
Oh, go on.
They're currently in the process of buying another one for $275. They should have just waited.
Again, it's like the plant price is dropping. It's
So much. Yeah, it's almost infuriating because it's like you want the thing and so you buy the thing and then next week the thing is cheaper.
yeah, I know, and like that is such a big investment to put in. Like you probably gave that a lot of thought, and you're like, do I, don't I, do I?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess like depending on where you got it from, if it had been through like a big shipping process.
Yeah.
And if it was maybe a little bit cold and then you just watered it and then you watered it again a bit too soon. I'm not saying this is your fault, by the way, but like it happens so easily, doesn't it?
Yeah. So many people have said that, like, this person's killed their Darth Vader Rihanna in 24 hours. If it's 24 hours, given Darth Vader and Rihanna are like so incredibly sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I brought my one home from yours, I put it straight in a terrarium. It dropped every single one of its leaves.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a stick with like 2 tiny small new growths on it now.
Aww.
So it's not dead. It's possible this person's wasn't dead either. But like they are so sensitive. Especially like rhizomaceous begonias are just so sensitive in my experience. And so like any sort of shipping or change, they just freak out.
Oh, God.
And so like
actually, yeah, I've had the Chloristicta before and I found that one super dramatic. I should have terrariumed it.
Yeah.
I lost it, sadly. Very sad.
Very sad.
Oh, I've got a long one.
Ooh, let's go.
These are following a similar theme. I let the spenniest plant I've ever gotten, no price given, but the spenniest plant I've ever gotten rot on me a month after getting it. It was a variegated Scindapsus dark form and I'd started college and the poor thing fully wilted. I had to chop her, put her in moss for a year-ish, and that was how I learnt to prop. Ooh, I mean, great you're able to prop it.
Also crazy that you learned to prop on a variegated Scindapsus dark form.
I was going to say you are brave.
Yep.
I wouldn't have like...
It was out of necessity though.
Yes, absolutely.
You had to.
And well done for saving it because, yeah. I like, actually no, I've never had a variegated Scindapsus dark form, but I just find certain types of Scindapsus really difficult.
Yeah, I feel like the dark form and like the Trubii, they're not as easy as the like Scindapsus pictus, in my experience at
they're
least.
not as hardy.
Yeah.
But a year to prop. That's a long time.
Scindapsus takes so freaking long to propagate.
It can do,
Oh my god, especially if it doesn't have leaves, just like single nodes or wet sticks. They take
they are
forever.
so susceptible to rot as well.
Yeah. Like if I have 5 in a prop box, 4 of them will usually like rot.
Really?
Yeah. I don't prop things anymore these days. I've just stopped propping completely. I don't like... The only things I've got propagating are my begonias, which I literally chopped to prop to make them smaller.
Yeah.
I don't propagate.
Yeah,
I'm over it. I don't need more plants.
I think that's the thing. Like I've got full prop boxes full of things, but I'm like I haven't taken any of them out in so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just don't need those plants.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I do that so frequently. I've just decided like, what's the point anymore?
Yeah.
That sounds bad. It's not what's the point in plants. I love my plants, but like I don't feel like I need to prop everything.
I think that's a good attitude to have.
I'm in a good place in my plant journey.
Good. It is so tempting though, and like God, I was like this. I mean, not just when I started out, but for years, like every single little thing you feel like, oh my God, but that could be something, so therefore I should do something with it. And then you end up with thousands of things that actually you don't particularly want.
Yeah.
And like I remember for a while I had so many pothos cuttings and I was putting them on Facebook Marketplace and stuff and like people just weren't wanting them. And I was like, okay, cool, I've just got all of these for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's just, you end up spending so much time and effort and then no one wants them anymore.
Yeah.
And then I end up giving them away at swaps.
Yeah.
Or binning them because I don't want them. Which, I mean, I'll try and give things away before I bin them if I possibly can. But these days, like, someone was saying this.
Sorry, I just read a really funny one.
As an outdoor gardener, you would not expect people to keep every single pruning they take off their plants.
That's a really good point, actually.
So why in this hobby, in indoor plants, is it expected to keep every single cutting we take off our plants?
I think it's the money. I think it's the money side of things because indoor tropical plants, because they're not
More
as accessible,
expensive,
like grown in the UK, and there's obviously a higher price tag attached to a lot of them. I think therefore people expect you to prop everything. And you shouldn't have to. You absolutely shouldn't have to.
No. I mean, I don't anymore, and I fully promote not doing it if you don't want to. Do what you want. That's your collection. True.
I just saw this. Someone said, my mum accidentally drank Dieffenbachia prop water. She was okay, and we laugh about it now.
Did it I'm sure, did she spit it out? Like, that sounds disgusting.
It does, and like that potentially could have been quite bad.
Yeah.
Because it's got calcium oxalate in it, which
Because Dieffenbachias are toxic.
Yeah.
Like, heavily toxic. That's why they're called dumb canes.
Yeah, I mean, the way they got their name, isn't it? They're used as torture devices, which is horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is, I'm so glad she's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's mental. That probably tasted disgusting as well.
Also, how did that happen? Like, were you just propagating and you were just like, la 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 la, took the cussing out, came back and was like, oh, she's drunk it.
Yeah, it must have been in like a mason jar or a cup. Because like,
I guess so.
It wouldn't have been in like a vase. Because no one's going to go drink out of a vase.
Yeah.
No sane person is going to drink out of a vase.
That's very funny.
Yeah. Okay, I've got a somewhat long one as well.
Go for it.
Okay, bought 3 plants from a shop that listed quick shipping. Took over 2 weeks because they didn't mention they were on vacation. One begonia came melted, gooey, unsalvageable. The cylindrical snake plant had one stem snapped. Packaged very well, but they clearly sent a broken plant. And also everything was wet, capital letters, W-E-T. They refunded the melted one, and that's all. They said, things happen. That's fine. Things will never be bought from them again.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a tricky one.
Rough.
Because, yeah, like, I mean, I think typically if something has arrived really broken, like plant shops, in my experience, and maybe I've just been very lucky, usually have been very nice about it.
Yes.
You do get some people, especially like, and not always, but especially like sometimes private sellers that won't take accountability. And I have received things before that I've been like, this doesn't look like a postage issue. Like, it will be packaged perfectly, no damage at all on the box, and something is very clearly broken. And I'm like, did they just send this?
Yeah. And the fact that it arrived wet as well, not necessarily a good sign.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, because like at least when I post things out, I try and make sure they're like medium, or like if it's got dry soil, I'll put a damp paper towel on it. If it's got wet soil, I'll put a dry paper towel on it. I'm not gonna like do it sopping wet, because you don't know how long something is gonna sit in a box for. It could get lost. It could just take a while.
But typically as well, I find that like, unless I think something is gonna be in the post for like weeks on end, it's better to be a little bit too dry than a little bit too wet, because if then it doesn't have any light, if the temperature drops, if the roots end up getting soggy and slushy and rotty,
it's so much harder to come back from.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, coming back from overwatering is way more difficult than underwatering.
Yeah, that sounds like a
terrible time.
Sad experience. But I am glad they gave you your money back for the melted one.
At the very least.
At the very least.
A couple of my patrons were saying the other day they were having an issue with a seller where they'd bought from them previously. I think they'd bought from them through a shop previously, and then they started buying from them privately. And then suddenly they'd paid for something, and then their things just never showed up. Which sucks. And it happened to 2 of them with the same seller as well, which like it's just horrible. The only way they were able to get their money back was going through their bank and saying this person was fraudulent. I didn't get the thing I bought. And then the seller finally ended up selling or like sending them the plant, because
you need to be so careful.
It just sucks so much. So buyer protection where you can. If you do it PayPal, goods and services. That being said, when I sell people plants, I ask if they're willing to do it through friends and family, purely because goods and services does take a fee. And so where possible, I ask people, but I totally understand if the person doesn't want to accept that as an option, because buyer protection is always first and foremost. And like, I would never want someone to lose out if something were to go wrong. Like if it were to get lost in the post or whatever, I'd want them to be able to get their money back for sure. But then again, we're nice people. So who no.
I was going to say Etsy are very good with this typically as well, because I've had quite a few actually scammy things on Etsy. Last year, actually, when the variegated alocasia craze was kind of happening, I wasn't massively into variegated alocasias, apart from my variegated Sarian. I love that one. But on the whole, like the variegated black velvet and stuff like that, I know people were going crazy for that, and I thought it was very nice, but
Why
I
not
was
try?
like, I wouldn't like, unless I saw it for an amazing price, I wouldn't really bother. And I came across this Etsy shop that had good reviews on it. This is the thing, I don't know how this person had set it up, but they had like loads of sales, and they were selling corms of this and loads of other different types of variegated alocasia for like a couple of pounds each. It was so cheap.
Yeah.
And I did think at the time, this
Too good to be
feels
true.
too good to be true. But at the same time, I was like, okay, even if I don't passionately love the plant, like maybe this is one I could grow and I could share and like whatever. So I bought probably like 30, 40 pounds worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And like weeks after it hadn't been shipped, and then eventually I saw that the shop had closed down and all of the reviews had gone to 1 star. I don't know if somehow it was really weird. But anyway, I got my money back. So
Good that you got your money back.
good that I got my money back. I'm sure some people went way madder than me with that one, because it was like,
I mean, if you can get things for so
bargain.
cheap, and like, I mean, resell as well. If someone's selling a corn for £2 and you could sell it for 5 or 10.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, when there's a craze like that going, a lot of people would do that, understandably.
Yeah. Just encourage people to wait. Buy through reputable sellers if you can.
Yeah.
Sucks though when you have something goes wrong. I think luckily I've not had anything, like I've never been scammed or like treated poorly, really. I don't think
like scammed as such. I remember I've had like, again, a bad experience with an Etsy seller that had a complete mix of like amazing 5-star reviews and 1-star reviews, and they had really cheap plants. So I got my first ever Warocqueanum from.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to take the risk, because at the time the Warocqueanum was going for like hundreds. I mean, literally probably like 600-700 quid, and I found this one for like 40 quid, and I was like, oh, do I do it?
Yeah.
And I received a very bad quality, unhealthy plant.
I'm much more risk averse than you are. You're just like, oh, why not? I'll try it. I'm just like, no.
I think nowadays I might be a little bit more cautious. I was a bit more throw caution to the wind back then. The plants.
Fair. I think you'll agree with this one as well, because you've had similar experience. My decursiva looks like shit, and pruning does not help.
Oh, the decursiva.
The decursiva. Any plant with curse in its name might be there for a reason.
I hated that plant.
It was awful.
Really tried to like it.
I wanted ones, like they look so cool.
It's a crawler
outside.
as well, isn't it?
A lot of them are, but like you see them growing up trees outside, and you're like, why wouldn't it grow up a pole in my house? I'm giving you everything you want. It's moist and everything. No.
Yeah.
Always looked like shit.
Mine crawled out of its pot with really horrible leaves.
Yeah.
Like, really not nice. And then I neglected the plant for a while. I can't remember the circumstances, but I clearly didn't care about it that much. It lost loads of its leaves, so it was just like one big parallel twig that was just growing out of its pot. It just looked like one big runner. And that's when I parted ways with it.
Yeah, not worth it. Just
no. Does anyone get on well with the decursiva?
let us know down below, because really good for you. I'm so happy for you.
It was somewhat hardy.
It's a Rhaphidophora. In general, they're quite sturdy plants.
Yeah.
It's got nice, big, strong leaves. It's nice and thick.
I mean, the leaves split. It looks lovely. Mine never did that, though.
No, mine didn't either.
Sad times. I rehabbed a Monstera for a friend. He took it home. It got thrips, died, and took out other plants.
Ooh, that sucks.
That does suck.
Question though, in your defense, did the other plants have thrips too? Because maybe they didn't get it from the Monstera?
Yeah. And also, did you know I had thrips when you give it back to me?
Because then that's kind of bad. But yeah, don't worry. Don't
That's funny.
Judge yourself too hard.
No, also, we've all got thrips.
Yeah. I do too.
Do you?
Yeah, I told you in my cabinet.
Oh, of course.
My cabinet.
High five.
Thrips! I I mean, hopefully I've eradicated them. So hopefully I don't have thrips in my collection anymore. But
that's good. I definitely do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry for being such a bitch.
No, it's fine. I've got them everywhere.
This one's a good one, and I agree. I regret every philodendron princess, knight, wizard ever purchased. I knew better. Not my vibe. Agreed. I've tried to love them. I tried to love philodendron princess, wizard, whatever's. Literally never, ever grew well for me. Ever. And I didn't actually end up liking them all that much.
Yeah, I think there was I think we were sold the image of like the pink princess when it first came out with like these beautiful pictures of like high pink variegation, and it doesn't.
That being said, your pink princess was one of the only ones that I actually really loved.
My white princess as well. Do you remember my white princess? I miss that plant.
I loved them. I hated my own. If I could have taken yours out of your collection and put them in my house, they probably would have died, but I would have loved it for the time being.
Yeah, I do miss I think I just didn't set them up in the right way when I moved to my flat. But if I'd moved from where I was living at that point to here, and
you could have done it,
this light, I think they would have been okay.
Yeah, your old flat was not dark, but there was not as much window space.
No window space. And despite having those lovely big windows, it didn't get any direct sun really. And
it was used to the conservatory in your mum's.
Yeah, I think it just acclimation issues combined with the fact that my tastes just kind of changed.
Yeah.
But I do miss them. Yeah. I do miss them.
Yeah, it's hard, and it's you want it because it's like this popular thing, and it becomes like something that you feel you need to want because it's so popular. And yeah, I also just regret every single one I've ever bought, and spent so much money in the beginning as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I'm like, now they're so cheap.
I know.
It's so hard.
Because everyone's got rid of them.
And they got TC'd, and now you can buy them in your supermarket.
I would actually consider getting a white princess again, I think. Pink princess, no.
Yeah.
I'd consider the white princess again.
That, of the two, I prefer the white one for sure, but I just don't need that stress in my life ever again.
It was stressful. This person said, lifted a succulent to repot and half a dozen evil weevil grubs fell out. Gross, grubby murderers. I've never dealt with weevil grubs, I don't think.
Nor have I.
Well, maybe outside.
Is it a vine weevil? Is that what that is?
Yes, I think so. I believe they're like long root pests. Are they root pests?
That sounds disgusting.
I'm going to Google weevils.
So I've never had that, but I did have an infestation of ants previously in our home. And I had lifted up a plant before, and oh my God, it gives me goosebumps and chills just thinking about it. The whole pot covered in swarming ants. Oh my God, it was the grossest thing. I literally have chills right now thinking about how awful it was.
There's something about lots of things. Lots of them. Yeah, I know, it makes my skin crawl as well.
I mean, the ants are gone now. So our whole building had an ant problem. That's what it was. It wasn't just our flat, the entire building. And so someone came around and we had a pest person come around and sort them out. But yeah, it was every single flat. It wasn't just us being gross, I promise.
Are you ready to see a weevil grub?
No.
I'm not surprised this person screamed because...
That looks like a maggot.
Weevil grubs, they are maggots. Oh. Yeah, I've got goosebumps on my face.
Oh my God, no, absolutely.
Oh dear.
Yes, I would have screamed, probably thrown the plant, gotten soil and grubs everywhere, and it would have been an awful mess.
Yeah, that plant would have lived outside forever.
Yeah, never coming back.
Oh, I didn't think there was anything worse than mealybugs, but weevil grubs.
I don't know, I feel like mealybugs, that, no, yeah, I don't like.
I lost tons of plants early on by not fertilizing correctly. I poured it right into the plant without diluting.
Those poor babies.
And also you must have thought, my God, this fertilizer is expensive. You don't water one plant and you're done.
Oh, no. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, I mean, I guess if you just don't like,
If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know.
But you learn quick.
Yeah, and also, I mean, even just going in with like a strong solution of fertilizer can be too much for some plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it crazy that something in a diluted little amount can really help them, but if you give them too much, it will kill them.
Yeah, it's like drinking alcohol.
Yeah. Or anything, even water.
That's true.
Waterlog your body.
Yeah, you can drown. I was too confident in my Semihydro capabilities. I got a wishless alocasia and the roots rotted.
Oh, that's gutting.
Wah, wah.
I don't think it's necessarily being overconfident with Semihydro, though. I think sometimes...
It can be a stressful transition.
Yeah, and like when they're little as well, they're just super sensitive. Like I've had to completely reset alocasia before that have lost all their roots.
Yeah. It's a traumatic process to swap them over.
Sorry if you're lost.
Anyways, that's a great sad note to end the video on. But that's okay. Thank you so much for everyone who shared their stories. Yeah. Sorry if I didn't make it to your story, or Claire didn't either. We did as many as we could in this time.
It was fun.
It was fun. I
hope if you want to see it again,
yes, we can do more. But yeah, hopefully you had a fun little giggle with us, and we will see you in a future video. Don't forget to go check out Claire's page. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future. If you want to share your regrets or horror stories in a non-anonymous forum, comments. And subscribe for more. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to keep growing. Bye!